Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor back with another episode of that Rick Taylor Entertainment Podcast. And I'm here with my homegirl, Dolo Jazz. What's going on with you?
What's up?
Nothing much here on the podcast. We like to interview artists of all kind, or not even just artists, anybody who want to come up here. And we pretty much just like to get a vibe, have a vibe, let the people know who you is, what you do, come up here, vent, talk shit, whatever you want to do. But we like to promote people like artists, brands, and businesses and stuff like that. So, and I'm not saying you an artist and stuff yourself, and you've been creating a buzz for yourself and stuff like that. It's only right for you to come on the podcast. So, my first question for you is, where was you born and raised?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, now where did you grow up in Milwaukee?
Right off Hampton, 63rd and Start, 53218.
Okay, you grew up kind of like in my area. I grew up in that zip code, 53218. Yeah, it was pretty good. I grew up on 68 in Silver Spring, excuse me. You know, West Side and all that.
Yeah.
Now, growing up over there, growing up in Milwaukee, period, like, what was your childhood like?
It wasn't like no huge story to tell. It was really just me and my mom's, mainly. When I was younger, she was married, and around 11, it was just me and her pretty much up until, I left home. I really spent a lot of time with my family, cooped up in the house, If I was outside in the streets or something, I was not at home, or my mama wasn't at home. It wasn't like, I grew up, nice little single family house.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool.
Was it hard navigating like your life or teenage? Coming from a good background and all that, was it still like, did you still fall in some traps, or you had to like make your way out of certain situations and stuff like that?
Definitely. That really came, well, I always been like rebellious, like always just doing my own thing and stuff. So me and my mom, like, we always had like rifts, like it was always something, But when I got to be like 17, I ended up getting put out. So like my mom was basically on some shit like, I did everything that I could. Now you got to go out here and bump your head and see what you could see, because, you think you know it all.
Right.
So,
Typical parenthood stuff, like typical households.
Definitely.
You get a certain age, you like feeling yourself, or you just feel like moms and pops might be too strict. Because that's how my parents was. My mom was pretty much strict and stuff like that. But I guess the type of person I was, I just wasn't interested in too much stuff. So that really didn't fall down to me, but it fell down to my sister and stuff. So I get it where you're coming from with that. Now, how long you been doing music?
Really since I was like 15. Yeah, I was like 15. It really started like, cause before it really started with a Facebook video. Nikki had just dropped her like Chirac remix, and around that time, you hearing about your Tinks, your Dreezys, your Cash Dolls, and it was inspiring. And around that time, I was like figuring out, what I was gonna be remembered for in high school and shit. Like, 'cause I was like lame as hell before I started rapping. And
why you say you was lame? Like what you?
Cause I wasn't like from the transition from middle school to high school. I went to a K through 8 school, so in that school, like, I grew up there, so everybody knew me. I knew everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody felt like this is my school. That's how I felt. So going to high school, me and my moms, we moved around there when I got into high school. So the transition from that to high school was just like you with nobody. Like, nobody knows you. Everybody know me for being my big cousin, little cousin, or, you know what I'm saying, the new girl, like,
Yeah.
So
now, since you saying that, like, what was your experience in high school like?
It like I said, like, it was just, I feel like I was a nobody till I started rapping. Cause once I did start rapping, like the night that when I heard that remix, like, I ended up, I was so impressed with it. I'm like, I gotta do something to it, and I did. And I was so impressed with myself. It was just like, somebody got to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, I don't got many friends who rap. You know what I'm saying? That ain't good enough to just give them a good call. So I was always real shy. So I just was like, fuck it. What's the worst somebody could say, you know?
Right.
So I ended up putting it out, and the feedback that I got, like, it was crazy. Like, people was proud, you know what I'm saying? So I just kept doing that through high school, and that's what I was known for, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, dope. Yeah, that's dope. I remember that song coming out myself, that Chirac
different
remix with Nicki. That beat was so cold. Like, man, everybody was trying to put a remix on that and everything like that. Would you say that was literally the thing that made you want to rap? Like, was that the only thing? Or
nah, it was many things. I think that was just like, one of them things where it's like, I'm gonna try my hand at it. But growing up though, I always grew up around music. Like my uncle, he like a very important part of why I do music.
Yeah.
And he put me on to, like, I grew up on like Smack DVD.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
Yeah, so battle rap, old school Rakim, LL Cool J, like, you know what I'm saying, like real hip hop.
Yeah.
My brother made beats. My cousin, he was always playing Boosie and Webby. You know what I'm saying? And my family is like pretty musically inclined, so you know what I'm saying. It was just something,
He was around some stuff, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You
definitely.
Rakim, Smack DVD was the era to be in, man. If you had to be there, and like getting them DVDs from them corner stores and stuff like that, man. They used to be it, man. That was everything for me.
Yeah, before I was even old enough to like really, understand, I was absorbing stuff that they ain't even realize, like, know.
Now look at Smack now. They on YouTube. They all across the world getting paid good money for it. It's like, it's one of the biggest brands, on YouTube and stuff like that, man. Shout out to Smack and all the battle rappers.
Shout out.
Have you ever?
Too.
Yeah. Have you ever battled yourself?
No.
You ever thought about doing it?
I have, but me keeping up with, man, they be on some shit.
They
so
do, right?
not to say I couldn't, try my hand at it, but
right.
Yeah.
I definitely know what you mean, because I was on the same thing. My guy was like, back in the day, my boy Ray, he was like, man, I want to try to start a battle. We should battle. And I was like, I don't know. I'm just cool being an artist. I wasn't scared enough, but it's like, when you jump in that battle lane, like, that's a whole different lane, like, from just being a regular rapper. Like, I gotta salute all the battle rappers, because it ain't just sitting there spinning your best 16. They got performance. You gotta have energy, theatrics. You gotta control the crowd and all that stuff. And that's why a lot of legends and stuff be getting embarrassed when they go there, because they thinking like, oh, I made it to the league. It's like as if they look at it like they made it to the league, and y'all is D league, or y'all doing what I do or what I came from, but it's
changed,
different. Changed a lot.
Definitely. They going real hard these days.
Yeah.
Rap period is just totally different ball game from back in the day.
Right. Now let me ask you one more question about the battle thing. Like, who is your favorite? You watch it a lot. Who is your favorite battler? So give me your top 5 favorite battle rappers.
Can I do men and women?
Yeah.
Okay. For the men, Arsenal. I'm gonna have to say, I really can't say DNA without saying Goods.
Yeah.
So can I put them together?
You can put them together.
Clips, of course. Surf, Surf cool. And the young dude, he young.
Chess.
Yeah. Chess.
I already know you were saying.
Yeah, the females, Couture, that's my number one. Vixen, shout out Vixen, she 414.
Shout out Vixen.
Who else? I'm starting to like Jazz. I'm starting to like Jazz. I wasn't really a big fan of her, but she been proving herself definitely. Who else? Shayna Ashley, she so hard. I gotta say QB.
Okay, dope lineup for both.
I would have said 40 a runner up, but 40, I'm rooting for you, baby. Gotta get back.
That's dope. Now I got one more. Oh no, matter of fact, let's get it out the way. since we talking top 5 and all that, now let's go to the mainstream artistry period. Like, who is your top 5 dead or alive ever favorite rappers, male or female?
I have such a respect for all the artists in the game, so like it's hard to just choose, but
That top 5 be hard. People be like, can I do a top 10?
and it's like today and back then.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of people, not to cut you off, a lot of people give typical answers. You ain't got to give a typical answer.
Oh, no.
You know, a top 5 can be whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got different tastes and what they like and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go different. All right, Foxy Brown.
Okay, snap.
My number 1. Tyler the Creator.
Dope.
La Russell.
Dope.
La Russell is so hard.
I like this list.
Yeah.
So I like where you going with this list, man.
Man, got Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Different.
Man.
Rakim.
There you go. You dope. You snap.
Period.
You just said a lot of names people probably wouldn't even have their top 5 or it's different. And it's the fact like if you saying these names that it don't sound like you're just saying people names off top. You can tell that these people who really influence you.
Influential.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Or that you like really be looking up to and you really listen to people like this.
Facts.
That's dope, man.
Facts. Thank
Shout out to you. You definitely different for
Thank
sure.
you.
Now, you're welcome. Now, 4-on-4 flow. How did that you've been receiving a lot of love for that video. Is that your only video you had?
Like officially, I have another video with my cousin that we did probably like 2017. But yeah, like officially, like solo video, yeah, that's my first one.
Man, that's dope. Like, yeah, for sure. Because when I was watching, I'm like, man, damn, like the delivery was there, the bars was there, the attitude was there, the swag was there, the setting was there.
Thank you.
For sure. And I was like tapped in because I know my boy Ray was like, you need to get Dolo Jazz. I'm like, and I tapped in. I was listening like, damn, her flow is different. Like, I really fuck with it. Like, you're welcome. Now, like, I guess you kind of answered this. Like, what made you? Well, let me ask you this: what made you want to be different? Like, not saying like your flow is like 100% different, but like, what made you want to pick a different lane? Like, you know how there's some artists out here, female artists, that rap about being sexy. Not saying you don't like being sexy or they flow is a certain way, but yours is like, I'm coming to take heads off. I'm letting y'all know I'm proving a point. I got bars. I can rap harder than some dudes.
Yeah, thank you. Really, I always, it really come from like fear in a way, like scared of not being the best. Like, cause I feel like if I'ma do it to be the best, and battle rap definitely is a big part of that. My uncle, like, and that's another reason, like, I wanted to be different, but like, my uncle was the type of person, like, he ain't like nothing mediocre. Like, nothing that he fucked with was mediocre. And when I started rapping, he was thoroughly impressed. Like, that was like my number 1 fan. So it was just like keeping that in mind. Like, you know, you want to make a motherfucker go, ooh, like,
you want to make that face.
You know, like, the feedback that I got from men, like, I don't even do it for men's validation, but like, just keeping that in mind that like, I'm not really, when I rap, I don't be thinking like, oh, I'm finna kill these bitches. I be like, I'm finna kill these niggas. Like, so I don't know, just like I always had that in me. Like, whatever you do that shit to the best of your ability. You know.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Like, everybody should be trying to do that. Like, whatever you trying to do, make sure you're trying to be your best at it. Wherever you the best or not, always feel like that. Always work towards that. I don't know nobody who's like in something like, well, I'm in it just to be the second best.
You know.
Like, no, like it's different. Like, you can still be in it to be the best, but somewhere down the line you might end up being number 1. You might end up being a number 2. But as long as you're doing what you're doing and playing your part to the fullest, that's all that matter. You know what I'm saying?
And originality, like that's
yes.
I hate and I don't even like using hate too much, but
Yeah.
I really despise like people who just don't have their own identity. Like even the name Dolo, like it ain't just about like being alone, like it's about being an individual, like, you know, your own person. So I really like stand on that shit. Like I don't want to sound like how they sounded, even though I can get in them lanes and do that. That shit too easy.
Right.
You know, like it's easy to stand in the crowd and be like everybody else. It's harder to like, you know, really find your own lane type shit.
I really like that mindset because that's where I feel like I watch a lot of old stuff, like older stuff, hip hop stuff, 90s. I'm a 90s fanatic. You know what I'm saying? 2000s too. But I was recently watching a Snoop Dogg interview, and he was just like, the 90s was so different. Like, you had to be original. You couldn't sound like nobody. Now it's a lot of people who sound like each other or got the same flow. Wherever you might sound a little different, like your voice, but it's still kind of like, that's my flow. Like, excuse me. All them people you name was just different flows, different styles. Busta Rhymes in a category of his own. Tyler the Creator, all them people was like, that's why, like, when I had, like, my top 5, like, I don't have it yet, but, like, because I'm still picking.
Yeah.
But it's totally, I'm everywhere with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not nobody that sound the same. And that's how it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's supposed to have their own identity, you know what I'm saying? So that's dope. It's safe to say that, also, I see you said about your uncle. Is it safe to say that your uncle was like was you trying to like he was the one like you wanted to get that approval from, like, oh, what's up?
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. My uncle was like my pops, you know what I'm saying? In a way. So like I remember, like, I distinctly remember, like, 'cause we was always close, you know what I'm saying? But I distinctly remember one Christmas, and this is probably like a couple months before I started rapping, he called me and my cousin out to the living room on Christmas, and my cousin was a singer at the time, and so he like, yeah, go ahead, sing for us, ooh, ooh. And she sung, and everybody get to clapping, ooh. I'm standing right there by the little kitchen, and he got to look at me like, yeah, what you do? And everybody got to busting out laughing, so I like, it was funny, but I was like a little embarrassed, like, damn, what do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And not to say I feel like a failure, but like thinking back, like I got into a lot of trouble growing up, like, so it was just like I was becoming, like, not to say a likable person, but it's like, you know, you doing a lot of knucklehead shit, you know, like you gotta get it together. So
Right.
like getting into the rap, it was, you know,
It was like that
yeah,
route.
the bond, you know what I'm saying, got back to where it was before type shit, and it was.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, because you said you got in a lot of trouble growing up. Because looking at like being around you right now and your vibe, it seemed like you were pretty mellow and you don't really be around a lot of people. It's like you really just be with like a handful of people.
And that's how it's always been. I just when I did, like, you know, kick it with other kids, like the trouble that I got in was like sneaky shit, like sneaking motherfuckers in the house, sneaking out the house, running away, shit like that, like getting in trouble at school, fighting, like. But even then, like, I never really fucked with too many people.
Now, I want to tap on that. I think you probably did, but I kind of wanted to get a little deeper into this because you said you was like a rebellious kid, you running away. Why do you think, like, why were you rebellious or?
Like I said, me and my mom didn't have the best relationship growing up. So, like, you know, once, because my mom, she got married when I was 3. And then my stepdad was, like, super nice. Like, you know, he always was, like, giving us what we wanted, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like. And my mama just used to treat the nigga, do the nigga wrong. Like, she was just real mean. And me not understanding, like, you know, that's a product of, like, the things that she went through growing up. I just saw her as, like, you know, evil. You know what I'm saying? So when he left, it was just basically, like, my mindset wasn't necessarily, like, you know, you ran him away, but it kind of was. And then with us being alone, like, I started acting out, doing my own thing. Once I got into high school, I had more freedom to do what I wanted. Like, my mama thought moving to Brown Deer was, like, moving to fucking Mayberry or something. Like she was just like, go ahead, go outside. I was outside, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just, I don't know, like, you know, certain situations, it was just like, I feel like I kind of lost, like, certain respects, you know, on both ends, though, like, you know, and, yeah.
Now, not to cut you off, did a lot of those evil ways kind of, like, fall on y'all? Like, did she, like, started treating y'all bad now since y'all stepdad left and stuff like that?
Because I'm the youngest on my mom's side, so I was basically raised as, like, an only kid. I got a big brother and a big sister on both sides. So, you know, it was literally just me and her, and it wasn't even like it fell on us. It was like she didn't know how to, like, process her emotions. I'm still young. I don't know how to process my emotions. 2 females living in the house. I'm an Aquarius. My mama a Gemini. Like, we twin flames, so we, you know, bump heads, like, hard. Like, it's like it was like a love-hate thing, you know? But when I did end up leaving the house, it got better.
Yeah.
Because it was like we was able to, like, listen to each other. Ooh, if I don't want to hear you, click.
Right.
I'll talk to you later.
You get older, you, like, you know, certain things you don't have to put up with no more.
Facts.
While you being an adult and stuff like that. And, of course, you love your people, and you got to learn to, like accept them for the way they are, but at the same time, you don't always have to be around them and put up with certain stuff no more.
Facts.
So, now, is there a reason why you don't have too many, like, music videos and stuff out right now, or?
I stopped rapping. Once I got put out or whatever, it was like I was trying to figure out life, you know. So, like, from like 15 to 18, I was just going viral, doing, you know, like, little setup videos. And then once I, you know, moved out, life came at me real fast. So,
life
like,
started lifing.
Yeah. And I just kind of, like, at one point I really was, like, done with the music, didn't want to do it, and was just, like, venturing off into other stuff. But since I've had my daughter, I think it's really just a matter of, like, finding a solid team. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever I start this shit with, I want to elevate with them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like you gotta. My friend Bubba was like, you know, you gotta dance with who you came to the ball with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, matter of that. Right. I do got, you know, some shit in the works. I just want to make sure that when I start dropping, it's fire. You know, calculated moves type shit. That's a bit of my problem, but I feel like it's gonna work. You know?
Yeah. So, well, at least you got a game plan. At least you, like, still working on your craft, because I know you still do your freestyles and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
Now, is there any artists here or mainstream artists that you ever wanted to do music with? Like, you ever had your mindset, like, like, you ever had that thought, like, damn, man, this artist will do a cold song together?
From here?
It can be here. You can say here. First start off with here, then, like, also you can name a main artist that you like to work with.
So from here, for sure, Chicken, Trey, Larry Bird, them, like, my top 3. Like, mainstream, I fuck with Glorilla tough as a bitch. Shout out Glorilla.
Shout out her. Shout out Lakia too.
Yeah.
Shout out all y'all, man. All the ladies.
Yeah, all the women. We running the game right now, bro. I love to see that shit. It's a girl named Lady London. Yeah, she's dope as fuck. I love her. Libra Jolie. Definitely want to do something with Busta one day. Hopefully. G.O.A.T, one of my favorite artists. I should have put him in my top 5.
Yeah, that's my boy too, man. Shout out G.O.A.T.
Yeah.
His music be getting you through a lot. Like,
definitely.
Like, I listen to a lot of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator. I listen to a lot of Nipsey when he was alive, even still now. I listen to a couple people, bro. I listen to a lot of different things.
You listen to Toby? No, we way.
I got Toby. My girl put me on with his. He rap with his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my girl been putting me on to them.
He different.
He different.
Fire. I love his movement.
Yeah, because it took me a little minute, like, let me catch on, but I was like, they was fast, and him and his wife got some song. I forgot what it's called, but they was going crazy.
He got some shit with Paul Wall.
Going crazy?
Too crazy.
Shout out to him, man.
Shout out, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's all about being different. Like he in a whole lane by himself, him and his lady. Then he got their whole team, they people
Facts.
with him. They videos, they performances. It's art.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's art, and you can tell they come from a solid place or a rough place, but you can tell within them, like you could tell he's a stand up person. You know what I'm saying? 10 toes like down, and like you can tell he got morals, and they not trying to like be somebody they not. You know what I'm saying? I really love that in people.
Finding their own lane.
Yeah,
That's all it's about.
Yeah, shout out to that. What is your thoughts on the Milwaukee music scene right now?
It's dope. We really making a name for ourselves. I really do wish it was like more of the deeper rappers, like J.O.A.T, like Tubby and them who are like put on the forefront just as well as like Yo Certified and Yo Chicken and all of them. But that is the culture that we in today. That's what's popping. So I respect it. I respect everything about our city and what we got going on.
Dope. And you know what's crazy? We got those artists, but they not on the forefront. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever heard of like Von Alexander, Reggie Bonds,
I heard of Reggie.
Mike Rigo, Smokey Jones, Jay Lamo. It's a lot of people. I'm gonna put you on.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people.
Please do.
Like and they be doing a lot of shows like at the Cactus Club, you know what I'm saying? Stuff
I never heard of that.
On the east side, all that stuff. Dope. Real dope artists, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Matter of fact, you're gonna see probably Von Alexander cause you doing the episode with Juice Talk.
Yeah,
and we doing the collab.
Yeah.
So we both doing that collab together on the 28th. So yeah, he's supposed to be one of the people coming.
For sure, yeah. I can't wait to network. I'm glad that he said it was gonna be, multiple people.
Yeah. So it's definitely gonna be some people there, like, like 6 of y'all, 5 of y'all, just chopping it up and just vibing. So
sure.
Definitely, and I'm definitely gonna start. I want to announce this too. I'm gonna start doing ciphers, like what I'm saying, recording ciphers, picking artists, even having some people like you want to just try to get in. It's gonna be a small fee, like a very very small fee, and that's gonna come with probably like a studio session, and I do the video of a cipher. So be on the lookout for that. I definitely gotta have you on that.
Most definitely.
Now let me ask you this: like, can somebody consider themselves the GOAT or the best MC if they don't write their own raps?
Nah.
Why you feel that?
I mean, the delivery is cool, cause like people, say Cardi B don't write her shit, Miami don't really write her shit, not just the speculations, whatever, sorry if y'all do, but, it's cool. It's cool how people deliver it, but I don't necessarily feel like you can claim the GOAT status if you're not pushing your own pen. I don't feel like that's respected.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. That pen, man, like when you call yourself the GOAT, you gotta have all that.
Facts.
You can be a good artist though. You can be the greatest artist, but when you come like the GOAT and rap and bars and stuff, yeah, you gotta have that pen.
We're using a lot of terms real loosely these days.
A lot of that GOAT word go around a lot.
Yeah. I'm a victim. I put GOAT shit. Because certain stuff that people do, it be like that's some GOAT. That's some GOAT shit. You know what I'm saying? But to be the GOAT, bro,
it's just a trend now. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely the trend. Do you have any mixtapes out right now, or do you have some from the past that people can pull up and listen to and stuff like that?
I only got the Respectfully right now, and this song that I did off my friend's mixtape last year, LB Lloyd Brothers Records, and that's on Apple Music. I got something in the works right now, pretty much. I'm just, like I said, calculated moves, just trying to make sure I put out some real dope shit, that means a lot to me, so hopefully we get that by the spring earlier.
Now I like to say you like one of the people who's the definition of staying down, being yourself, and just being don't do all the fuck shit, and good stuff is gonna come to you.
Thank you.
You fuck them, because I never seen you out here trying to chase no clout. A lot of people be chasing clout, doing dumb shit, doing extra stuff, that going against their morals just to get famous or get the spins and all that. And that never seemed to be you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just been, like you said, I met you right now, mellow, chill, in your own lane, doing your own music and stuff like that, got your bars and everything. So salute to you, because that means a lot in today's age.
Yeah, it's so easy, especially because now, you know, people getting paid from this shit, this social media shit, so it's getting real wicked. Like,
yeah. People just want to drop content, and I ain't with all that, just dropping all the content and stuff. Like, even with my interviews and stuff, like, I don't try to be like, I'm not a messy person, but if it is like an altercation or situations going on with an artist and another artist, or a situation, I'm going to ask about it because I'm in that field and people want to know, but I'm not going to be egging you on like, so you said such and such, or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. People know what you're doing, you know, like, I don't want my platform to be based off that, and it's not a diss to nobody, and I'm just saying for me, because I had a situation where I did the episode and it could have kind of like went that way and it shouldn't.
Yeah.
But
no, I respect that 100%.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on Milwaukee unity? Like, you know how Detroit and Atlanta everybody is. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel like we is with that?
We need more. We need more. We doing good. Like, that's really like on the music tip. Like, I be kind of tapped in and everything. Like, you know, the activists in the city. You know, the people who do music, producers, all that shit. So, I feel like people kind of got a thing where it's like, if you don't look like you out here doing something, or you ain't got no name or nothing, people ain't gonna want to fuck with you. But, you know, it's a lot of people out here doing quality shit, got, you know, like they got it, but because they don't look the part, or, you know, people don't necessarily think that they worth it. And I think that's the mindset that we kind of got to get out of, you know.
Right.
Fuck with everybody equally. The same respect you get a boss, the same respect you get a janitor, you know, at the end of the day. So.
You never know. How did it feel, back to the 4-on-4 flow, how did it feel when, you know, like, a lot of people just comment on your video, saying you're going crazy, because you had a lot of comments and a lot of likes, like,
Thank you.
Like, you're welcome. How did that feel? Like, what did that do to you? Did it do anything, if it even did anything, you know?
It felt real good. Like, just seeing all the, like, little love that I've been getting since I, like, been starting back this year. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for sure. Like, you know, just the fact that, like, a lot of people that I ain't even think was watching, you know, they still be, you know, watching and rooting for me, and they still show me that same respect. That song in particular, like, it was just like, okay, whatever, because I recorded that shit, like, 2021, like, early last year, and it was just kind of like one of them, it wasn't like my usual, like, that ain't really how I rap, you know what I'm saying? So, the fact that people liked it, I definitely fuck with it. It's always like that, though. The songs that you don't think is, like, really worth nothing be the songs that people really mess with the most. So.
Right.
Definitely shout out to everybody who showed love.
Yeah, shout out to them, man, because you definitely deserved it. You definitely went crazy.
Thank
for
you.
Sure. And I'm pretty sure you got a lot of followers from that, new followers and new fans and stuff
for
like
sure.
that. Now, before we get up out of here, I want to ask you, like, what do you have next that's coming for the people that want to, you know, hear from you? What's next?
Something different. I see a lot of the same shit going on. Much respect as I do have for, you know, the females. It is a lot of the same shit going on. We do need harder females. We need females, like, even though, like, you know, we shaking the niggas up, even when we talk about our pussy and talk about, you know, getting a bag and, you know, what a nigga can do, woo, woo. We need them Foxies back. We need the Roxanne Shantae's back. Missy Elliott's, like, something real different. Like, Flo Milli, shout out Flo Milli, she different. Like, you know, a lot of the artists. But, you know, just versatility, consistency, something more positive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's dope, man. You definitely a dope artist for sure, and I mean that. You definitely your own lane. I like your dedication. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem like a good person with a good head on your shoulders. You definitely grind. You got ambition. You know what I'm saying? You in the spot. You got your child with you. You got your, you know, that's your dedication. It wasn't no excuses like, hey, I can't make it. No, you bringing, you know what I'm saying? You making it work. You making it happen and stuff like that. And like I said, you definitely your own lane. And I want to congratulate you for being the type of person you are.
Thank you.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
Shout out to you too, man.
Yeah, thank you, because you're a vibe, and that's what I'm all about is a vibe, a good time and a vibe. This I don't even look at this as an episode. This is a vibe y'all experiencing, and definitely got to have you back on here for sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Now I want to wish you the best. I want to thank you for coming on here because you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you came here with me, and you came up here on here and chopped it up with me and answered these questions that I have for you and let the fans know more about you. And it's always a blessing when people want to come up here or they come up here and chop it up, freestyle and do all that, which you gonna do. You gonna give y'all some of them bars for sure, so y'all sit tight. But like I said, I just want to thank you, and I want to say congratulations on you just being a person you is. Keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations to the Phone Flow video, and always know that no matter what you're doing, like if you getting the views or not or whatever, people is always watching, and you never know who's watching. So most definitely,
Yes.
keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, I definitely wish you the best, and I appreciate you for coming on here.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem, man. This Dolo Jazz, and any artists on here who watching want to come on here and freestyle and get interviewed, just hit my DM. But before we get out here, let the people know where they can find you at.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram at Dolo Jazz, DOLOJAZ, TikTok, Real Dolo Jazz. Instagram is No Beats Missed. No Beats Missed.
Yes, y'all know what it is, man. My girl Dolo Jazz, Rick Taylor Entertainment, man. We out.